Hello, welcome to Eversiege. I will make a bit of a tutorial because I have not been explained too much in the last time I played this. When I played at max difficulty, if you want to see it, you can look for it on my channel. I'm going to play on age 10 because that's at least a little bit of a challenge, and I'm playing without distortion, so it's easier for you to understand the basics of the game without having to deal with distortions. I can go over that a little bit. Distortions are basically extra difficulty settings, so for this example it will not show me where the location is on the map. If I have costly restoration, each domain restores doubles the cost of the next domain, so there's different things that happen. The same thing applies to through the ages, as you can see on top here. Cataclysm 5, there are going to be 5 cataclysms during the game. Those are elemental hazards. I will tell you when they happen. The boss has more damage, and the minions as well. The death penalty applies. Wormforge, we will get to that as well. And then your glory modifier, which is just basically the glory that you earn. And as you can see, like the higher your difficulty, the more those things change. In the beginning, you have pretty much nothing to worry about, but I'm going to do 10, so by the time you get here, you kind of know what's going on, and you probably also know what distortions do, and you can turn them off, or you can turn certain ones on. You can reroll them, but you cannot change the order in which they, like, when you reroll, it changes the order, and it changes the different ones that pop up. But you cannot select them individually, like it just goes from the first one to the second to the third. So that's something to keep in mind. Now they are weak against ice, 2 at least. So I've selected ice. I also select life bloom. And for my starting evolutions, these are things that you unlock when you progress your character here. So if you want to unlock those perks, you have to win a couple of matches and then invest in your character that you like. Now, I've also unlocked them. You also have to encounter them in the game for them to pop up here. So once you've had them at least once in your game, then you can select them here. What I will do is I will pick up Scry, and when I die, I gain 5 of each step. When I die, I fully revive, which is basically, this is something specific to nature, where you resurrect, like, so for normally you die, you go back to your base. Now you have an extra life, basically, so you respawn in the same place that you died. So that's, I can basically benefit twice from this effect. And then I will go with bleed damage, because that's just good to kill bosses. And that's part of this this character's kit. So my strategy usually is I go to the right side of the map first. Clear, make sure that the minions that go for gold are good to go, and there's no minion camps that will attack my workers. And I purchase 2 bastion upgrades first that help me with my economy. If there's no distortions, you can pretty much do the same thing as I'm doing. If there are distortions, then you have to kind of weigh your options with how you spend your gold. Typically, if you have like fully unlocked everything and there's no distortions, you can go to the shop. There's a shop option here. I will buy the alchemy guild because it gives me 50 gold for each plant that I gather. This one gives me 25 gold for each shard that I gather, so I go for the shardsmith guild. And then I also have enough gold to purchase 1 worker, so I go to my gold mine and I get another 2 workers out of it. Now I will select my bastion upgrade, let's say let's just get this one. Alright, more regeneration. You can see my extra workers are coming out. And which one do I want? This. So now I look. Okay, there's creature camps there. If I press Alt, I can also see the radius in which they aggro. As you can see here, there's a creature camp here, and they're attacking my leaders, which is not optimal. So that's why I'm only kind of scouting over here. That's bullshit. So they were positioned less than. This is so annoying. Well, it's fine. It's that's why you want to scout the path. Like you see this path here. That's the path that your minions take to the gold mine. And as you can see now, they're in the clear. Like they're going past this. If this or purple thing, when I press Alt, you will see it. If that would cross the path, then it would aggro. But it's not aggroing them, so they're good to go. Now, typically I clear like 1 or 2 camps, and then I go into mid to deal with cooking. Now clear 2 of those waves. I have enough gold for another miner, so I will do that. I always go for the, unless you're going for a specific build, I always just go for the highest rarity, basically. That's the easiest way to go about it. Just look if there's a higher rarity, and if there's no higher rarity, then just select which one of those that you like the most. You can see if you hover over your skills, this one needs rage, this one needs arcane. So if I want to skill my rage attack, then I have to pick rage charge. So here's the rage. I can also go for cooldown, which I don't have any in these, which will help me with my healing. So I will just get some cooldown on some of that healing bonus. They acquired acid resistance. You basically also want to avoid this taking damage as much as you can. Typically you can get between 1 and 2 attacks out, unless you get more attack speed. What I want to do here is probably, I don't really, Fate armor is, like, the armor itself is good, but I don't tend to, like, unless you go a lot out of your way to go to those specific spots on the map where you can regain your Fate armor, then it's good, but I just prefer to ignore it. As you can see, as soon as I step inside the purple, then what the hell? Then it will aggro them.
Brace yourself for an elemental cataclysm.
Now, since I have healing, I don't have to worry too much about taking damage.
You have found one of our lost domains.
It's a gold mine, as I expected. That jump will stun you, so that's one that you should probably avoid. Getting extra health on this character is, for any melee character you want to get extra health. Other characters you can get it, but it's not that necessary. On melee ones you really want to get the extra health. Like, unless you're good at dodging, or you have so much damage that you kill them before they really damage you. but early on, extra health really helps. It's getting dark and it's getting light, so I should probably
The night is falling.
to get
Prepare yourself.
that message. Usually, if you have certain distortions, then it will eat 20% of your gold, which we're not having to deal with now. Otherwise, you would probably want to spend your gold right now. That's something to keep in mind if you have that distortion going on. Typically, I just make a habit out of it that when night comes, I check the store and I purchase some things. But right now, I know I don't have to worry about it, so I'm not doing anything. And I'm not in a difficulty where I really need to get these things. So I can just focus on my economy first. If you're struggling with holding your waves, then you want to, you know, get those out early. Probably the dogs, then either the knights or the archers. Yeah, that's... It kind of depends on which character you're playing, which difficulty, and your playstyle.
The hordes of the Unraveler are attacking.
These are because I'm playing on a higher difficulty. If you're in the beginning, you won't have to deal with these. And this effect, this electricity, that's the environmental hazard. My death, my Karen just affords to take a little bit of damage. But you kind of want to only attack the front of the wave and then back away, and then you'll only chip away at them. If you have the burn effect, you can just do like I'm going to do it in just a second. Then you can just use your burn and spin a win, and you will do a lot of damage. But right now I'm kind of trying to die so I get my effect. Like I'm actually intentionally taking damage here. So now you will see I gain 5 per each stat if I resurrect. Which is part of the strategy. Now it's on cooldown. This is another environmental hazard. No, my gold meal. No, my minion. No. Right now, I'm clearing this because it gives me more XP. I don't have to clear it. I might as well because there's also another one coming up. And then I can go to the left side of the map. I will immediately go for the gold mine, which I know this is my second tower, so this path here will be the path, like it's always the path in front of the tower. So this path will lead me to the gold mine. And then there will be camps on either side, but they're not in aggro range.
You have unearthed an eldritch gold mine.
since I have so much wood, I will spend some on during daytime.
A new dawn. 5 days left until the reckoning.
These you want to attack pretty much before they hatch, because they have less health before they hatch. Because if they hatch, they can attack, so dealing with them. I tend to go for the big ones first, but it's up to you what you want to do. I will clear this one just in case it does aggro. Like, there's a very low chance, but as soon as I can, and I need to defense anyway. Let's get this one. I can either go for max health or attack speed. Now, I don't think I will need the extra health, so I will go with attack speed. Since my strategy revolves around dying, and I'm not going to play too risky, but like basically going to die on my own terms, and then it's helpful if I don't have too much health, because otherwise they don't come into that range where I can actually choose if I want to die.
Our enemy marches toward the realm city.
Oh, no, I don't
We must act
check that
swiftly.
in time, so I'm going to teleport back to the base.
Flames of war have reached our gates. Stand strong.
I forgot to check the minimap, just explain all the things. So same with the left side, you want to kind of clear that mine and then probably go back to mid. But I forgot to do that. I also forgot that I didn't have any towers going on, so... I'm walking with them because, yeah. As you can see, they'll take this path. And we'll get a tower here, so it helps me out with this.
The tower has been restored.
also helps if you have a heal potion, especially if you don't
A
have a
tower
nature
has
one.
been restored. The night is falling. Prepare yourself. A tower has been restored.
Once you have 2 towers, then you get this barrier going on. And of course, the effect of the tower. I tend to go for archer towers because they're the cheapest, and considering that I have to deal with this effect where they take over my
The
towers.
great enemy has
where,
breached the
like,
outer
if I had a
walls.
tower here, it could not fire anymore. So that's why as you can see, now this tower is locked from attack. So I only wasted a little. But I still get the effect of the protection gate, although it now is destroyed. It should still get a protection gate going. Let me get this XP thing. I think it's still on cooldown, so I want to be careful with that. I also forgot to check this one, which is annoying. With these ones, you just have to keep them open and circle them because they cannot.
'em. You have unearthed an eldritch gold mine.
I don't want to die once to them. Just kill myself. And take damage if not great. 5 stats of
Brace yourself for an elemental
I noticed that they
cataclysm.
were attacking my,
I know it's coming.
my gold minions. So. That's why it's helpful to have this aura also online, or the ball, because then you can see attacking or walking. I was looking at my minimap though, but that area of effect that also helps, that you can see like, hey, this is their aggro area. I believe that's the third environment hazard, so there should only be 2 left in this entire game to bother me, which is pretty nice that that's almost over. How did this one die? This is the indicator of the objective. This is
You have
that's where I can
found
just
one of our
restore
lost
a domain.
domains.
Then there's a shortcut. Which domain is this? Stone Quarry? Sure. Plants are so... They don't do a lot of damage, but they're just really annoying. Lead and potion resistance and damage, which is good. Because I already have bleed. I already have bleed. They're almost dead and they're like, no. No. Like normally I would say pick this because it's the highest rarity, but I don't really need it. I do want some critical chance because that's some perk that I picked up. Your perks will also be shown here. So here you can see this is for my whirlwind attack. This is for my other attack. Auto attack I mean. And this is for just passive. And this is... Wait, which one is passive? Yeah, I mean both are kind of passive thingies. But... There you can see like what you need for right, like this is universal, this is red, this is blue, this is aqua, and then you have yellow if you have one, but I don't have any yellow skills. So then I know like, hey, I should not really get too much tactical because I don't really have anything that benefits from it. It's just kind of how it happened. This reset your fate armor, and this is fate armor, I only have one right now. It ignores damage, basically. But it's only for one instance of damage, so... Or like two ticks of damage per one attack. Let's just get the fate. Speed, let's go back to middle. Let's actually get this because it's going to turn nice soon.
The elemental forces swell. A cataclysm is upon us. The night is falling. Prepare yourself.
Come over here. I don't want you to attack me.
The night is here. The hordes of the Unraveler are attacking.
I will kind of go on them, as you can see, like when I deal more damage. And if you have burn, you have that burn, you want to do it as well, and then you can basically go both of them, which is just absolutely strange, especially for vulnerable to fire. Right now I only have ice, so it's good. To die, but I now kind of want to die because it's more stats. Outside level, just as if it's never matter. I can probably die in a dungeon if I cannot clear it. Let's actually get this. Get the iron mine. There's the dungeon. Oh, this is a tricky dungeon. I forgot that this was one with the elves. Then we're going on the other side. Because there's no way I'm clearing that right now. Well, I mean, I do have ice. Sure. We'll see how it goes. That's a scary one. Don't you die? But this blade damage and the hemorrhage effect, that's very bad. So, kind of counting on that to help me out. So close, please. Just needed one more blade. Oh well. There's a pretty big wave here, or not, it's just a wave and then the tentacles from the tower thing. Just give me a second, right? We're back. Oh, auto attack speed is pretty nice. Let's see if it's That's why the gates are useful, because then your minions are not being attacked by those. I don't have to clear the left side, but I'm going to clear the left dungeon as well. I have so much money. And I could have gone for other upgrades as well, but you can go over them yourself if you want to. I don't tend to, especially for now. Like, I don't really, on this difficulty, I don't have to worry about that. It would have been nice if I just cleared it.
Tonight, our enemy shall feed
I
on our
have,
despair.
like, the night is far away enough that I don't have to worry too much about the penalty.
The night is falling.
Well, I mean,
Prepare
it's
yourself.
right here, but the difficulty is like that, and it's only 1 minute, so it's not going to be that long during the night that it's a bad thing. And then I can also just upgrade this so my wave should just hold on its own, basically.
Our enemy has broken through our inner walls. Bastion is next.
Wait, guess I already cleared it, so the last died. But then the other plant. Oh, it was actually in my favorites, otherwise I had to clear the other plants as well. But that was calculated. Instantly refresh cooldowns. impossible. Not impossible. Legendary. Excuse me. Legendary. Not as strong as it can be. I would actually sure go for this, but I don't really have to fight on the so that's why I don't it's just not like the thing about this build is that if you are struggling, it's going to make it so that you struggle less, and if you are not struggling, then you just steamroll over everything. The hemorrhage effect plus one. Like, basically, in bleed, there's two effects. There's the bleed effect, which does 40 plus. It does 10 plus 1 times my red, so in total 40. And then there's the hemorrhage effect, which is basically, if you can see that there at the right side. Any bleed damage dealt applies hemorrhage effect. And that's 2% of their HP loss.
Only 2 days remain.
Of their loss HP per second for 12 seconds. So that's insane. Like, because they have so much health, they're going to lose way more health. Like just over time, it's just going to do more and more and more damage. So you just keep applying your bleed, and then they'll just bleed out on their own, basically.
You now walk the aphotic lands, my child. Beware, its dangers are many.
See if I can find one of those specific portals. somewhere, but I know I can finish, so I will just finish right now.
The great enemy falls, and with
So
him his
hopefully
reign of tyranny.
that helped you a little bit. Hopefully you learned something. And if you want me to go more over distortions, then feel free to let me know. I've completely cleared the game, by the way, so I've unlocked everything, I've cleared everything. So if there's something you want me to do, like play a specific character or whatever, just let me know. As for this, I would suggest that you go... what is it? Probably with... like this one first, and then you can basically... like I've gone for this first, and then like unlock this one because it's good, and then unlock these, and then you can look into these, and then eventually you'll start to go for the towers. Maybe the gold mine, that could be helpful as well to unlock earlier, but yeah.